Hi everyone, Craig here from Pure Dead Gaming, back with a new video. Yes, a new video on the channel, and it's the upcoming release of 2 Point Museum. This is the third release from 2 Point Studios. They previously gave us 2 Point Hospital and 2 Point Campus, and they are back with what so far I think might be their best entry to date. This game releases on the 4th of March, or if you want to pay a little bit extra and get the Explorer Edition, you will get 5 days early access. That starts on the 27th of February, so not long after this video goes live. It's an extra £10. If you like these type of games, probably worth it. But yeah, let's just dive right in. I'm going to just play the tutorial level, show you, give you a little glimpse of what you can expect from this one.
Hi, I'm Hayley Von Trowell, and you're listening to Digging Deeper, where we cover everything from archaeology, science, the unexplained, and vanishing curators. Yes, that's the story of the curator, now ex-curator, of the 2 Point Museum, who fled the scene of the struggling institution, never to be seen again. Their disappearance was first discovered by a journalist from 2 Point Radio, hoping to discuss the museum's record low attendance and reports of rampant thievery. And in a strange way, I feel I got my answer.
So here we go, we start very much like you do in the other games. The museum apparently is not in great condition, although I would say I've seen worse. It's got potential that we will hope to realise. So before we get carried away, they want to show us some controls, how we control the game. If you're new to these games, it might take you a wee second, but everything else is identical to before. You can pan the camera, you get the camera pitch, you can zoom, and you can also rotate. So just giving us a sort of little bit of backstory, the old curator fucked off and has not returned. So now it's up to us. They have, however, left a crate. Now, these crates are quite a big part of 2 Point Museum, and it's actually really cleverly done because they've almost got that loot box feel, but there's no microtransactions. But it does give modern gamers that just need that hit, that little endorphin hit, it gives them that. So what we want to do is open the crate. You get a nice wee Fortnite style animation. And the fossil that we've found is a right footprint. So what we want to do is place that somewhere in our museum. Now, you do have a couple of entry points here. People exit out of that one, I wouldn't really call that an entry point. And then you've got the one here. I think it would be hard to argue that this does not look like the front door. And so what we'll do is we'll place this. Pride of place just now. Because unfortunately at the beginning our right foot is the best we have. So plunk that down. Buzz increased. Look at that. So it explains to us here that you need to increase the buzz around your grubby little exhibits. Otherwise, they will lose excitement. So first up, we need to go over here. We need to hire an expert. Plunk him down. And he's just going to kind of clean up the place. He knows what he's doing. He's not going to damage it. Think Dr. Alan Grant from Jurassic Park. Same energy. So he's going to go over here. He's going to fix this one as well. It's got a bit of a stench to it, as you can see. Doesn't mind getting his hands dirty, this guy. Look at that. Perfect. That is better. So different obviously in this game is the buzz factor. You need to try and keep as much buzz as possible around your exhibits. That is a lot of what we're going to be doing here to try and get more people through the doors. To help with that as well, you need to place info stands. So at the moment we just have access to this one here, which looks alright, and it shows you which exhibits are going to get the benefit of it. So I would say, seeing these games, I'm always really big on symmetry. It really annoys me. It's like my OCD if stuff isn't symmetrical. So I'm going to place it here rather than have to place multiple, because I do think they're a bit of an eyesore. I get the whole idea of putting them in, but at the same point you just don't want too many of them. So you want to set it in a situation where you're going to get the most out of it. Okay. Oh, in fact, never mind. I forgot that they do want two. So we will actually have to maybe just place it back here. I don't know about anyone watching this video, but I do find that seeing the tutorial level, it's good for giving you the basics of the game, but it can be quite frustrating because they make you do stuff that you wouldn't necessarily do if you were starting from scratch and let off the leash. You have to like place more stuff than you would like, and you can never make it look how you want, if that makes sense. But let's see how we got in this time. Smart stuff. Buzz and knowledge, decoration. So we now have a prehistoric banner.
Hi, I'm Haley Von
Let's see if we can get away with just placing one of these.
Deeper,
Don't know that we will. Okay. So we can go here and we can decorate. Again, symmetry is important. So let's place that one there. Okay. Just take a wee bit getting used to this, because like I say, with other 2-point games you are a lot more free to just put stuff where you want, but for each of these exhibits you do have to like up the ante on them, which is a little bit frustrating because I wouldn't normally put something like that there. I just think it's a bit of an eyesore. Maybe one somewhere, but they want more than that, unfortunately. Just a little bit of information about your buzz, your decoration, your knowledge. Gets into buy a ticket, so we want to place a ticket booth. In all the other games, this is sort of the first thing you do, but here they want to hone in on the exhibits, which is fair. So we're going to set that as close to the door as possible, just so it leaves us enough room, although we're not really going to need anywhere near the amount of room that they've gave us. So obviously we need to pan along here and purchase an individual who's going to take the tickets. There we go. Right on cue, this lad's decided he wants a wee look around. So we need to sell our first ticket. There we go. First person in the door. Here's your giant ticket. Lovely. So now they want to show you about donations. Donations are a big part of how you'll get your money in here. Tickets through the door is just a small part. You really want to have as many donation stands as you can. So we'll even go so far as to put 2 down. Again, they're a little bit of an eyesore, but gotta get that coin. And then we need a security guard because people are the worst and might pinch out of the donation box. Good job, mate. That's it. I'm sure that wall's going to escape. What the what's he doing? Going to keep an eye on the money. What a spanner. So we're waiting to receive $50 in donations, and then we can go on to the next part of the tutorial. You've got one job, mate. Just watch the money. There's nothing around here. There's nothing for you around here. Worst hire ever. Look at them. I've got 3 members of staff and 2 of them around here. Morons. Don't trust this character with the pink trousers.
The museum should provide.
Right, okay, we are ready for new exhibits. The museum's helicopter has been unimpounded, that's good. And it should be here any minute. So this is a large part of the game. Interacting with this helicopter that looks like a giant insect, which is pretty cool. And so what we do with this here is we plan expeditions. Expeditions always come back with a new item. Sometimes it is like a fossil, sometimes it can be various things, but it's stuff that you can display within your museum. So at the moment we don't have anything other than these 3 things here. We can move them, but we can't even duplicate them. So what we want to do is go over to here, hit the button, start expedition. At first there will only be so many places you can go to, namely that place, until you unlock more. So if I go here, you can then pin unlock objectives, but at the moment we need to go here. So we want to set up expedition. You need to choose who's going to go. You've got your level of risk, how much of a risk you want to take. You obviously risk reward, you get better stuff. So just autofill it just now. We've only got the one guy, Elvish Backweedle. They've always got great names. And then we want to send them away. So he's been doing sack all anyway, so here he goes. He's going to go away in his expedition. So off he goes. They're never gone long. These expeditions are incredibly quick. You can see here, once this comes back round to the top here, he'll be back. Hopefully with something decent. At the moment we will just increase the speed.
And we're back, which must mean the world hasn't yet been subjugated by what archaeologist Professor Emmett Snowberger
Oh, here he goes.
described as
And he's back.
Army.
So we'll slow things down.
Gnomes. Professor Snowberger
Drops
and
off
his team
a
uncovered
crate
the apocalyptic horde while
that we can
excavating the
then
Bone Belt, where they found
Fortnite style open. It's always fun. Never know what you're going to get. A giant bee, ironically preserved in giant honey. So place exhibit. Where do we want to put this? Do we want to just continue to build our way around? Do we want to put this pride of place? I don't think it's good enough to put pride of place there, to be fair. It is a giant bee. So let's maybe just, again, symmetrically set it there.
Professor and his team took up sticks and smashed the clay menaces to dust before they could
So this exhibit has arrived in excellent condition. Sadly your staff member did not. Expeditions will often result in injury. And for this we need a staff room. So he's come back with dirty feet. Good. So this unlocks the staff room for us.
Announcement. Staff in need of medical attention.
Let's just put the staff room here for now. Again, very similar to previous games, how you lay out the rooms. Let's give a through the window. And this is like a sort of rejuvenation chamber almost. You should probably put a couple of them in each room, but in fact let's stick this here, and then we'll no, let's do that, but we want to move that, and they can face each other. Let's lift that, put it a bit closer. That will add items to the room. We'll just get a couple more things in a wee snack area. Do we want anything else at the moment? Maybe a water cooler, which could go here. I know this isn't required, but you've got to be nice to your staff, don't you? You've got to be nice to your staff. And finally, maybe a wee bin. That could just go in this corner. There we go. There we go. You want to treat them well. You want to treat all of them well, apart from this guy, who has been fucking useless so far. Then we want to hire a janitor to clean up after this numpty. Just drop him right here so that hopefully they'll get to work straight away. Ideal. So, to get to the next part of the tutorial, we have to display 5 prehistoric exhibits. So we'll need to start another expedition. Back to here. So this is now unlocked that you can equip your team with a single cargo item per expedition, which is quite handy. Again, I'm not too far into the game just now, so it could be that there is other ones that are better, but in fact, hold on. This guy's still getting better, so what we'll do is we'll hire someone else just now, so that we have a secondary individual that can go. Set up. So we'll put him in, and you can choose cargo. You've got 3 different things. I tend to go for the first aid kit quite a lot, so it removes 1 injury. It tends to be quite handy. Limits the amount of accidents.
Underwhelmed by the museum's decor, are reminded to be less superficial.
So we'll send him off. He should hopefully not be in there too long. And then we can get our 5th exhibit on the go. Let's speed things up a little bit. Look at him, he's taking a break already. This guy is useless, man. What's he think? What's he going to find in there? He thinks he's solved the case in the break room.
Announcement. An exhibit needs restoring. Typical.
There we go. Open crate. The original mobile home. Place exhibit.
The expedition team have returned. Good for
So
them.
again, at the moment I think we'll just sort of work our way around. Let's get another donation box. Maybe set it just here, because that's going to encompass a few different ones, so that should be okay. Let's quickly just keep getting more expeditions on the go. Display 150 total buzz before we can unlock that, so we'll just send. We'll do the same again just now. And then we could try and increase the buzz of some of these. So again, to do that, you want to get a wee info stand.
Guests are reminded
Look at this
that
clown.
puzzles are not boring, just dusty.
Place those two. And they really do seem to. So, a good way to increase the sort of buzz around your things is, I realise I said buzz and there's a bee in there, but press the actual button on it and then go to decorate, because that gives you all the stuff that you can use. So for some reason these go down quite well. So you just placing a couple of these on the floor. It tends to really help. So we do have another crate. I do love the humour in these games. Old technology from an even older time, and it looks like a 3.5-inch floppy disk. It pains me that some of the people who watch this video might actually think this is a fossil, or worse yet, might not know what it is. This is how we used to store media back in ye olde times. So let's get that there. Let's see how we can tart this up. So a wee banner there. And that's us unlocked rib row. So if we go over here, start expedition, we now have access to this place here, which should hopefully provide us with some better exhibits. So let's start an expedition, autofill. Let's give him a first aid kit and send him on his way. I can't believe this guy's still in here, by the way. Look at him. Is he stuck? What is he patrolling? Absolutely useless. I think we're going to have to hire another one. Somebody that hopefully actually knows what he's doing. Somebody that actually might stand near the money. Look at this. This is what you're supposed to be doing. Well done, mate. Back and forth, making sure everything's okay. Perfect. This guy's a moron. Oh, picked up the wrong thing. Let's pick up him. Do your fucking job. Right. Open crate. Let's see if we get something good here. Nice. So what we have here is part of a dinosaur. Okay. So this is, I would say, a better display than the rest. So I think it deserves its own sort of bit over here. Nice. And so what they're saying here is that this is part of a dinosaur. And if we explore multiple times, we'll get other parts of the skeleton, and that will give you more buzz. At the moment, people will like it, but you want to, I mean, get its head, get its tail, you know. Looks a bit off at the moment. But again, let's tart this up a bit. So, what can we put? I think some of this stuff might be quite cool. Let's just place a few different pieces that kind of go with the decor. Maybe set that there. And also, because it's easy, let's set that there. That'll do just now. And let's head back there and see if we can find more. So obviously unlocking this has then allowed us to go to some other locations, or give us the opportunity to unlock. So if we complete one dinosaur, then we can go here. So let's go back here just now. Again, first aid kit seems to work a charm.
Say farewell to the expedition team. They may never come back.
Everything seems to be going okay at the moment. Display 5 exhibits with a decoration level of 3. Decoration level 3. Oh, decoration level 0. That's not good. 0. They do really seem to like these on the wall. The issue is though that I do not. What else could we place? Let's maybe get some nice wall art. Could we put 2 behind here? That's nice. Now we're going to expand into a gift shop.
This is not a pre-recorded announcement.
A lot of people seem to leave out of here, and so I think a gift shop here would be a nice touch. Stick that there. That there. What else do we have? Oh. That there. And then a book. A prehistory. There. There we go. And then we need someone to work the gift shop, so we want an assistant. Hire. And there we go. Now let's see what we got here. So even in the tutorial here, you can see there's constantly stuff happening. Sorry, I'm blabbering on, but it's difficult to run a museum while making a video. There you go. So we found more. We found its head and neck, I think. So you want to attach that to the exhibit, which is obviously going to make that more of a main event exhibit. So in our gift shop, we're wanting to make 5 trinket stand sales and 2. We need to buy 2 vending machines. Okay, fair enough. Near the toilets would be a good place for 1, and then maybe just outside the shop. I'll do just now. So, like I said, because you start with very little stuff that you can actually put down, it's difficult to then plan ahead at the time. What I do tend to do sometimes is, there's another guy climbing on that. What I tend to do is I will readjust stuff later on. That makes sense. Like I put the game into pause, and then I'll just, rather than spending more money like deleting stuff and putting it back in, I will move it all around and shake it all about. So let's go back here because we want to complete this dinosaur skeleton. So let's send it again.
The expedition team are leaving now. Please say goodbye and good riddance.
So much of the game does revolve around these expeditions. I don't know if I assume it will be the case later on, but even if you hire a lot of experts at the moment, you can't send multiple at the one time because you only have the one helicopter. That may change, but at the moment you're sort of snookered. So it's just telling us about guest reviews, if they were able to go for a pish, that sort of thing. I think these toilets seem to be doing okay. We might need to, once it gets a bit busier, install Install a better toilet system. Let's slow the game down just a little bit. I have it on fast at the moment, and I'm cautious that more people might be coming through the door than we have capacity for. So let's see what happens here. Is this going to be the last of this dinosaur? Nope. It is... I don't know what it is. Some sort of boulder?
Did you know that the
It's not a main event exhibit, is it? It's not a main event at all, so let's just put it here. This can be just part of the whole intro. When you're walking in, you maybe see this stuff in the way and go, that's kind of cool, but I'm not massively in on it. Again, we just keep the expeditions going. Because to move on, we are waiting on 10 guest reviews anyway. We could maybe, in the meantime, tart this up. Let's up the speed again as well. Let's put some decor in the corner. Maybe a boulder? Don't know how that makes things better, but it appears to do something. And these floor tiles are just an easy win because they don't really negatively affect anything. And they look alright.
There may not be enough information stands. Guests are feeling bemused.
Right, we need more information stands, so let's get one of them. Don't want it right against the window. Let's get one there. There probably should be two in here, maybe. So let's put another one there. So we're getting so many people in now that people are getting upset that it's taking too long. Next location is blocked by an obstruction. So we need to try and clear that obstruction. To do that we need a training room. So let's slow things down. Let's put a training room over here.
If you're thousands of years old and covered in amber, please consider donating yourself to the museum.
We'll only really need 2 desks for a training room. We could maybe get a third one in, could we? Nah, let's just keep it 2. Get a wee filing cabinet. Obviously, as you progress in the game, you do tend to and fix invalid items. What's invalid about it? No. Right, I didn't like that, so let's do it again. You maybe need 3, do you? Let's make it a bit bigger then. Obviously a lot of people when they play this game, and rightfully so, they do just fire stuff into anywhere because the aesthetic sort of doesn't matter, but it's still real to me, damn it. I need things to look nice, or it really bugs me. And I realise it's stupid, but I don't know, things have to look acceptable. I'm very much a everything in their place individual.
Guests should make donations out of the goodness of their hearts, as well as any lingering shame.
I'll get a wee filing cabinet there. And I do like there to be a bin. Is that right? Yes. Right, let's fire that up. Built a training room. Train an expert in survival. So we click on there and we want to open training menu. We'll get this lad and train him in survival. Start training. So he'll go there, learn survival skills, and then he'll be able to go to that new location. In the meantime, what was I in the middle of doing? I was improving something. Oh, wait, we've got this. We've got a new crate item. We've got its tail. Pristine. There we go.
Your gum belongs in your mouth.
And we've unlocked a new trail as well because we finished that dinosaur bone. That dinosaur sculpture. So there we go. So we've got this lad training. Oh dear. I don't think I've had this before where that's been damaged. So we've now got a janitor going to fix it. I think we could actually do a second janitor, to be fair. Let's hire another one. We've got plenty of money just now. It's the tutorial level. We can afford to splash out a little bit. That's what I wanted to do. We had to get a second one of these in the go, so let's just slow it right down. And what we're going to do is we're going to move this over a little bit. And we're going to move, pick her up, set her there. And then we're going to put a second one in. We could put this at a separate door, but I don't think... I don't think there's many people coming in another door, and so I don't want it to still be people flooding through this one, if that makes sense.
Rather than being constructed one block at a time.
Higher.
Well, Jessica,
there we go. So we could have put one here, but maybe if we did that then people would start coming through here as well, but it just seems like there's a bit of a bottleneck here, and so it makes more sense to fire that. Just realised, massive missed opportunity here. We don't have a bloody donation bit here. Probably want two now that we've finished this dinosaur bone. Let's just get them both there. Cool, we should make more money off that now.
Guests lingering by the exit should make the jump.
So that guy has done his training? Question mark. So now we should be able to go to here because he's got his survival skills. We'll still give him a first aid kit because he's probably a bit of a calamity. So at the moment we have to clear the obstruction to access coal mines, and then we have to display an exhibit from there. Not actually sure if that's what I sent someone, we'll see. Is there anything else we should be doing at the moment? Maybe some decoration. I do like to change the floors.
Assistant to restock gift shop. Please and thank you.
So let's change that because that looks better. There we go. Yeah, I prefer that. Okay, so we've got a dilemma over here. Your intrepid explorer has encountered a dilemma on their travels. Dilemmas are high-stake events that pause expedition progress. A dilemma forces you to make an executive decision to get the team moving again. Okay, let's see what it is. The explorer makes his way over Cranial Crossing. They spot a flask on the ledge below. Stay focused.
Minded not to overstay their welcome.
So I quite like that as well. It's like the old text-based adventures. Like, oh, you reach a fork in the road. What do you want to do? There's lots of nice little touches in this game that I feel like have expanded upon what they did in the previous games, and I think it's really well done. Right, so we need another assistant. The girl must be on a break. Need a wee bit extra staff. Again, we've got loads of money because it's a tutorial, so you want to just batter in. Don't be too conservative with your money. That will come later when you don't have enough money to do hee-haw. Right, so we just get extra XP there. Okay. Now we want to display an exhibit from coal mines. So we want to start an expedition. Which one's coal mines? Is it this one? Yep. Cold mines, sorry. Unlock. Set up expedition. So this one needs a prehistory expert, an assistant, and a janitor. Why? Who knows? Let's get a first aid kit in there as well and go. So I'm going to hire a little bit more staff because we're losing 3 people here. So let's get this guy in. And let's just hire one each. Another assistant. And another prehistory expert. And they can go about their biz. Bit of a waiting game now. We could just while we wait. Yeah, we could tar up the walls a wee bit again. Doesn't massively go, but might give us a wee boost here or there. So you can see the tutorial, it does a good job of introducing you to the different aspects of the game, as a good tutorial does, obviously.
Frequently asked questions.
The shackles are definitely off by the time you get to the second museum. But, oh, Elvis just hurt himself again. There we go, and a frozen beehive. So it's a little bit different, this one. I'll show you what I mean by that. So we're going to place this maybe just here, but it's not just going to stay frozen on its own. So what you need to do is place a freezer nearby, something that's going to keep it cool. We also got a snowy rock, which we could just fire over there just to make it look a bit better. Different lots of people that are going to come to the museum. Children are going to come to the museum, so we need to make the place a little bit better for them. That includes some dangerous slides and some sort of heat producing dinosaur by the looks of it. So for that you want to build a workshop, which we shall do here. Again, this is going to be a sort of staff area. Actually, no, I don't like that. No. Get rid of that. Hold on. Let's set up a new expedition. Let's slow things down. Let's set up a new expedition. I always like there to be an expedition on the go. I feel like if you don't have an expedition on the go, you're wasting time. So let's fill that. Again, just go first aid kit setup. And then we'll make the room while that's advancing. So I wonder if we just leave a space here. That might look alright. Because this is all just a sort of staff area anyway. That's better. And then we'll stick this in the corner. Place one of these, whatever it is. Done. Right, so let's increase the time. Again, you'll hear a lot of Jurassic Park references from myself, but this is a very much a room that you would see Henry Wu in. Look at him. Let's see who goes over there. It needs to be, so it's a janitor. This is what I find it slightly strange, right? It's a janitor that's going to go in there and be able to make stuff, but they need to have the workshop skill. So let's plunk him in there. Oh. Has he just left that room? Get fucking back in there. Right, so we want to start project. No, press the wrong button. We want to start project, and you can make either this or a slide. Let's go with the slide first. Yeah, so you that just fucking left, get way back in there. Good. So he's going to go in and develop this. As you can see here, he's basically 3D printing a slide. So I hope this is coming across as well, but what I've noticed is that it's a very smooth frame rate, very smooth 60. The game performs really well. I haven't had much slowdown. The only negative in terms of performance that I've had so far is that when I got onto my second museum, I made a save, went away, had dinner, came back, loaded it up, and it took a while to load. Longer than I would have expected it to. I guess I'm playing on PlayStation 5 here. We're used to in PlayStation 5 now not having very long load times, and I think it's possibly just that, but it was very noticeable that it took maybe like a minute to load, which is, by today's standards, quite a lot. So let's open this crate. Another part of a dinosaur. Where are we going to put this? It's a fair size. Probably going to be over here, innit? Give it enough room. Let's drop that. Now that your prehistory playground is finished, you just need to place it inside the museum. Interactive displays are sent to your inventory once they're complete. Okay, so to access them, you go to... where is it you go again? Yeah, here we go. Inventory. And so we've got an amber thing there, and then we've got this here. Let's put this here. And then let's obviously get that. As well as some other stuff. Let's maybe get a little burp machine. Tap that the wrong way. And then also let's just go in here and decorate this a bit more as well. Maybe a little bit of... can't go right there. I would maybe even put that there as well. And you can even just tart a few things onto the wall as well. It's not going to stand out too much there. Not the one here. There we go. That just sort of ups the game a little bit. It's just telling us we can tailor the floors, but we already did that. Again, we are limited, obviously, in the tutorial. Let's get another expedition on the go. So we want to finish that dinosaur as well.
Expedition is leaving now. Final call for wherever it
And
is.
so we're getting towards the end of the tutorial now. We've got a staff member here that's leveled up, that's good. We have to place 5 custom wallpaper tiles, 5 custom floor tiles. Should have probably just waited to do that. Buy a staff door, unlock something with Krush. Okay. So I did this previously, so why don't we pause? Let's pick up that. This is what I mean about when you get more stuff, you might realise, actually, I want this to look totally different. So I want access to that wall, which I didn't want before. So I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to move that to behind there. And again, this isn't costing us any money because we're just moving existing stuff. So let's lift that as well. Just going to access a bunch of stuff. Then let's move this over here. Then let's... we just need this to be somewhere just now, so even just there. Oh. Let's move this over here. It can be a sort of scenic intro. Oh, didn't mean that. We just want this somewhere else just now. We'll move that after. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift this and I'm going to put it here. We could even put this just there. Okay. Just space these out a little bit. You don't need to worry about. So that's increased the buzz of that just because it's now within the vicinity. Why don't we put that there? Can that still touch? Yep. Right, so that's fine there. Everything's still okay. We could put this here. And then that allows us to put a staff door, which we need here. And so that's going to let staff go much more easily back and forth between areas in the museum. It's streamlined this a bit. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So this is what I mean, yeah, about just trying to do things. You can always go back, you can always pause time, go back, edit it, and streamline the way you want things to be at no real additional cost. I recommend doing that quite a lot. And then we just want... what do we want? So you get... there's certain things that go better with others. Not necessarily... that, but sometimes you get like things that are better for, like if you've got a here like an ice floor. If you put an ice floor near that ice display, it will boost that area more than it otherwise would. So let's just put that down like that. So that's done, and then we'll just put 5 wallpaper tiles down anywhere. That looks prehistoric, doesn't it? So let's just put there. Yeah. Yeah. A wee prehistoric wall. Obviously, if this was going to be a long-term museum and not just a tutorial, I would probably do it all the way around there. You want to make it look as cool as possible, but all we're having to do here is really just tart it up enough. I'm just looking at the time, actually, we are getting towards an hour in this video. I didn't really want to go much longer than an hour, so I think we will maybe just call it there. You do get the sort of idea of the game. It does obviously expand from here when you branch out into your second museum. You have a choice of where you can go. You can go more towards the supernatural, or you can go more towards, I think it's a beach effect. I chose the supernatural, and so far it's been very cool. But I think you do have the choice. I think next time I might go, or well, when I go to my third museum, I think I will go to the more beach one to see, because um, you do get different exhibits based on what you've chosen. So yeah, so far I really, really like this game. I'm a big fan of the 2 Point games anyway. I loved Theme Hospital back in the day, and obviously as a lot of the same people involved in that, and I think what they've done here is expand it. Once again, I thought 2 Point Campus was really clever, and what they've done here is add to it in an even more clever way. Um, and I think they've also, with the helipad and the exhibits and these sort of like disguised loot boxes, I think it's gonna reach a bigger audience, and it's gonna pull in perhaps younger gamers that would maybe have found this too overwhelming in the past. And I think that's really clever. Um, I hope the game does well, because so far I'm completely smitten with it. I love these type of games anyway, but I just think it's the best example of this genre, and I hope 2 Point Studios continues to go from strength to strength, because they just make really, really good games. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of the game so far. Are you thinking of picking it up? And also, what would you like to see them do next? I'm going to cover this on the podcast either this week or next week, but I'm interested, where do they go from here? They've done a hospital, they've done a campus, and now they've done a museum. What's next? What would you like to see next? So let me know in the comments, as I said, and I will read them out on the podcast and discuss them with the lovely Jess and the enigmatic Andy. Until then, this has been Craig, this has been Pure Dead Gaming. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you all very soon. Goodbye.